so what do you have going on in your life and you're not really sure if it's shady or not? You hit us up at thebertshow.com. We throw it out to early Bert Show fam. Mo's got the email this morning.
When I was a younger adult, I was in a relationship with someone for 3 years. During those 3 years, I was an integral part of raising his daughter from her being under a year to being almost 4 years old. He split time with his ex, but when we had her, I was usually the one raising her. Partly because he worked third shift, but also because he had hobbies and stuff. Different, longer story. But anyhow, I became quite attached to his daughter and even negotiated with his ex to allow us more time. Actually got visitation to be week on and week off at the end. Shortly before we broke up, she even asked if she could call me mom as well. After we broke up, we discussed what role I would continue to have, and I actually got to still see her and spend time with her for the first 9 or so months after the breakup. And he would randomly bring her to my work to see me for the first couple of years post-breakup. When I started seeing someone, they told me that my relationship with this child was inappropriate because she wasn't, quote-unquote, mine and was my ex's child. So after much deliberation and advice from those around me, I made the extremely difficult decision to put space between me and this child I cared for so much.
Oh, I hate that she did that.
Despite this, I decided to still always reach out to her dad and send gifts to her for Christmas. I've been in a few relationships since the breakup, but in every one I have chosen not to tell my current partner that I send gifts to my ex's kids. It's been 9 years now, and I have been in my current relationship for 3 years, and he has never been told that I do this. Partly because I don't want to be made to feel bad for it, and partly because there's nothing he could say to convince me to do differently. So I just opted for not mentioning it. Anyhow, shady or not?
I don't know that I would call it shady.
It's not shady.
I don't think it's shady. It doesn't fall under that qualification, but I think you're into your head here, man. I mean, at the end of the day, that's a beautiful relationship. So why would you hide that?
I don't think she's in her head. She's hiding it because of what somebody told her before, that it was inappropriate. So because other people had told her, this is inappropriate, you shouldn't have this relationship, that's what's,
in her head.
But I mean, like, it's not that she created it. Somebody said something to make her wonder, is this or is this not appropriate? I just hate that she let another person's opinion affect something that I think you and I agree. It is a beautiful relationship.
Yeah.
And there are all kinds of influential people in children's lives, and you don't have to be related to be an influential person in a child's life.
No, I think that would be one in the plus column. If we just start dating and you telling me that, man, I really admire and respect that.
I would too. I was actually in a similar situation with my first ex. Me and her son got extremely close, and I still was around and took him to play basketball and things like that for a while. But it was difficult to start dating again, and it was also difficult when she started dating someone else because a lot of times people always look at it like you're still attached to your ex. They don't see it as you really are attached to the kid. So I do understand her hesitation to share it, but at the same time, man, I don't think that's something that you should hide. I mean, y'all been together for 3 years now, and you should be able to live in this space comfortably. So I think she should just be open and honest with him and just let the chips fall.
Yeah, I kind of think like you guys are a package deal. Even though the ex isn't in your life anymore, you're still very close to this kid. Man, this would be awesome. I mean, really, really awesome here. Like, if Tiff and I didn't work out for whatever reason, I would certainly hope that I would have a place in Eliza, her daughter's life, and I would like to keep that relationship. And anybody that I'm starting to date after that, that's non-negotiable.
And I love that is your stance, and I agree, and I think that's a beautiful stance. However, I know there's a lot of people out there that would, rather than think positively about it, would take the negative mindset that you're not really close to that child. You're just trying to remain in your ex's life.
Or you're going to be around your ex so much that makes me, as the new person, insecure that you're going to be around somebody that you loved so much that you had a child with. So I'm going to have a problem with that. That's their problem.
That's their insecurity, for sure.
That's how I would feel. If you make me choose and I'm attached to the child, I'm going to choose the child.
Yeah, you got to own it. So, no, I don't think this is shady. I just think you got to, whoever told you that this was like awkward or not right, you got to get that out of your head and follow your heart here, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're all in agreement on that?
Totally.
Okay, but definitely not shady.
No.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcast.